And welcome. This is the Pixel Empire channel, and today we're doing some more campaign of the Echoes of the Force. So this is episode 3. We've done so far mission 1 through 10, and we're going to be doing 11 through 15 in this episode. So just going to keep doing them in increments of 5. And get through this pretty quick. I'm wanting to get at least up to 30. I want to get 3:30 by night, so I can just kind of upload these, give people some ideas on how to approach this. Because this is only a 3-day event. I really don't want to give this to you guys last day, and it's really just not even helpful. I really hope that at least the advice I'm giving in these episodes might help somebody. Whether you're whether you're new to this game or you've been in this game for a while. That's the goal of my episodes, is to at least help people out. So we'll go ahead and start right now. So go ahead and take a look at what we got. So we're sticking with the Stormtrooper, Dark Trooper, Repair Droid, UMHC, and the 2 MTV-7s, good for clearing out those resources. I believe, and just so you guys know, we are at 760, 3 days and 14 hours. In event points, and we are on mission 11. This is going to be a defense. Yeah, I had to take a little break in between mission 10 and 11. I had to farm up some resources. I had one of my turrets finish, and I want to kind of keep it continuously moving to where it's 2 turrets upgrading at a time there. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this one. All right, so recommended for HQ level 4. You got back just in the nick of time. Agent Enormous Rebel Force is bearing down on us. Okay. So, we got 2 tanks here and a Leia. So I cannot wait for her to get into kill range of those burst turrets there. That'll be kind of fun. There we go. So Leia's down, that tank is down. That's a one-hit shot from that rocket turret. Another one down. Another one down. It's clockwork at this point. And these guys are going to be just mincemeat. Operative Lord Vader has requested your presence. Return to Irkit immediately. Cool. So didn't even have to use them. If I did use the TIE Fighters, I think I probably could have ended it sooner. Oh well. 15%, not bad. 200 points, nice. Alrighty, so usually what I do is I would kind of scout the mission ahead of time, but since there's that defensive that kind of broke it up, I just kind of assumed that the troops I'm using is pretty safe bet. Ooh, nice. So we jumped up from 200 to 240. So that's pretty good. If it keeps jumping up, it should be pretty quick and easy to get the Shock Trooper and the TIE Advanced leveled up pretty quick. I really want to level up both of them, cap them both out at 7. And then probably just collect Vaders for the rest of the campaign. So I'm just going to show, up until mission 31. And then, I'm probably not going to make a video of me doing every, little upgrade thing. That's not entertaining. So I just want to kind of give an idea for people getting hung up on certain missions, how to approach it. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward for most of these missions. I heard at level 20 it gets kind of difficult, though. So looking forward to that one. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we're dealing with. Okay, I've tracked the last of the Hawk Company mercenaries to this town. Now we end this. You got it, Vader. Whatever you say. Send the troops, leave nothing standing. Well, that's exactly what our specialty is. We leave nothing standing. So, I could use the big guy. I don't know if I want to. I'm going to go ahead and feel out how strong these shields are first. Oh, I was not expecting that. Not one bit. Okay. Well. That's how to deal with that. So this might actually be a more interesting fight. Get my MTV-7 out of the repair droid. So I kind of stopped there for a second because I was trying to think this out. You know, in hindsight, I probably didn't even need to deploy half of these troops, but I don't want to depend too much on Vader. Yeah, I didn't even need Vader. And so my traders die screaming, unmourned, curious. They appear to have been preparing a shipment. Investigate the destination coordinates at once. Dude, Lord Vader's just freaking hardcore. Just takes no prisoners, and I like it. I really like that at least the dialogue, or not the dialogue, but the personality they give Vader in these missions actually kind of, it suits him pretty well. I like it. Alright. So since that was a bit of an overkill there, I was kind of just worried. I keep kind of worrying that I'm going to spend too much time on something like that. That I'm not going to be able to do enough damage, so I just want to kind of get it done as soon as possible. 6. Okay. And then we're also going to make the 2 looter scooters. And, oh, I went over actually. Oh, that's why. Okay. Nice. So I'm actually going to drop, because that was the first time I actually saw one of those, what am I thinking? There we go. Yeah. So it was actually the first time I saw troops pop out of there, so I think having at least one sniper on hand might be a good idea. Yeah, just in case. My sniper's pretty weak though, he's at about level 5. So I'm going to go ahead and survey what we're going to be up against this next mission. We're at 1,200. It's going to take 2,000 points to get that shock trooper to level 2. To destroy half the base. Like I said, just going to survey it real quick, get an idea of what we're going to be doing here. Got a lot of time for it, so want to make sure we assure as much of a perfect as possible. Okay. Rebels, I'm not surprised to find them on Urkit. Destroy them. Pretty straightforward. Thanks. Good for your input. Alright, so this is definitely looking like level 5. No longer level 4. Or maybe it might be level 4. I'm not really sure. I think it might be level 4 actually. So, yeah. Really not that difficult. We're finally getting we had rocket turrets last one. We're getting some mortars in now, so it's not going to be so easy to do without so much tanks. But I still, there's not any shields. There's not anything crazy, no burst turrets. I think we're going to be able to do this just fine. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this here, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to assume, or resume, get up to about 15. Okay. Once we hit that, we will go ahead and pause it and start over the next episode. Alright, so we are ready. This is the layout. Same thing as before, except for we traded off some of our stormtroopers that we didn't need too much of. Trade them off a little bit for those that sniper. Just in case I end up getting more of those kind of bike spawns later on, I want to have something that's going to kind of put them down pretty quick. And that's the good thing about the snipers. It's got range, it's got really high damage, and it's pretty much good against all types of infantry, as well as vehicles. It's very strong unit overall. The only reason why Imperials don't use them very often is because, unfortunately, there's the medic droid, and usually every rebel uses it. So trying to kill them with a sniper is not very effective, as much as it is being a rebel using them against Imperials. So, cool. That is the idea. Let's go ahead and get started. 1,200. Yeah, 240. Same as before. And let's go. We went ahead and took a look at this. So it was pretty straightforward. I'm going to start with some stormtroopers in the bottom to clear out those two structures at the very bottom of the map, and then kind of just spread them out a little bit. Where's your find them on your kit? Okay, we already did that dialogue. So, like I said, doing a couple here. Oh, these aren't even structures, that's funny. Now, I want to make sure these rocket turrets go down as well. I don't need too much, so... So the reason why I go with MTV7 is because it is super fast at just clearing out these resources. You can see it's pretty much just one-shotting them. It's very good for structure clearing, and the reason why I go with the UMHC is because it is very good as well with structure clearing, as well as wall clearing, which is going to be very effective and good in these, like, you know, this type of gameplay, where your biggest concern is not so much killing everything as much as it is killing everything within a certain amount of time. As you can see here, I mean, I didn't even need to use all my units, because again, I'm using my units to the full effectiveness of them, or I'm using my units the most efficient possible way. So there we go. We're going to drop them. You know, mortars are kind of a joke at this point. And not to mention I have those repair droids that are still, you know, putting in some work here. This mortar can't even hit this guy because he's still in the hitting wall range. Now he's going to get in close. And that's game. This base has not yielded any useful information on rebel positions, but if there is one base, there will be more. Find them. Vader, you got it. You call the shots. Cool. 100%, 4,500, 4,500, 240 event points. I'm really hoping that they increase the seized profits to be at least 10,000. That'd be nice. It would help mitigate a lot of this, you know, campaign woes. But if they don't, I mean, I'm just gonna have to pause every now and again and go raid. I really don't want to, because I'd rather just kind of sponge off of the credits that I've accumulated. But we'll see where that gets us. But I didn't even have to use all my units, which was nice. Yeah, pretty good overall. So I'm going to build up another one of these. I want to make sure we survey it first, though. Get a good idea. I just want to at least get that one started, because I know I'm going to be using that again. Ooh, shiced. Okay. I definitely was not expecting that one. Okay, so this next mission is actually going to be a PvP mission. Got my general layout. The only difference is the MTV7. Normally I wouldn't use that. But it's not a bad trade-off. I just end up losing a couple more of my stormtroopers, means I gotta not spread them very thin. Not too crazy about that, but yeah, oh well. it is what it is. Don't want to dump off my MTV-7 to someone's squad center. That's kind of messed up. It's not a very good unit. So let's go and begin this.
Operative.
Attack another rebel operative and see if they possess any useful information on rebel forces on Urquhart. Okay, pretty straightforward. So that's the mission. And now let's go ahead and go in here and see if we can find us another PvP match. Hopefully it's someone with resources. I would really love it if they had a good chunk of credits. It would really boost me back. I don't really need alloy right now just because I already have my 2 turrets going and I'm not really... Now that's a pretty sweet looking, pretty sweet one right there. Okay, so we got about 66,000. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be pretty easy actually. It is what it is. Just because it was kind of I shouldn't have lost that ball. I don't know why they did it. Oh well, I got what I needed. I just wanted the credits. So all I can do is just so I'm not going to use my I mostly just want his credits. If I can get a lot of his witch credits. If I can get a lot of his alloy credits, it's even better. His credits and right here. So 63, 1 star, that's good enough. And that's sweet. So as you guys can see, like, I don't want to use TIE fighters if I don't have to. I mean, yeah, if I used them, I probably could have won. Had I just blown out a couple of those rocket towers, I was really hoping that my AT-AT would have, you know, with the improved AI, would have done something. That was kind of, I don't know what was the deal with that one, but that's whatever. The same with the tank and the UMHC. Like, I could have protected them by using TIE fighters and I could have won, but then the 65,000 isn't really much as worth it as if I didn't use them at all. Which right now, I mean, I spent 16,000, I got 65,000. That's a very big upturn in profit. If I had used all 5 of my, like, you know, my TIE fighters, that's 50,000 I just threw down there, and that would have been, you know, a profit of 15,000. I still would have gotten a profit, but it wouldn't have been as, you know, beneficial. And that's mostly what I want to go for, is I want to go for the profit and not so much the glory of the victory. You know, if it's a 1 star, it's a 1 star. I'm not going to sit there and blow up your base for a 3 star.
Greetings.
Alright. So it seems the rebels have an extensive presence in Urquhart. After all, it is unlikely to be the base we are searching for, but it must still be dealt with. This may yet explain the echo I felt within the force. Return to Urquhart at once and continue the operation. Let's do it. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Alright, so we're going to be on mission 15. It'll be the last mission of this episode. As soon as these units are good to go, we'll go and get that started, and we'll be right back in just a sec. Oh, welcome back, guys. So we just finished setting up our next set of units. Right there, you guys can see it's back to our standard layout. We're going to go ahead and take out that base that we just surveyed a little bit earlier. It's recommended for HQ level 5, so we're moving up again, and also if you notice, the event points up to 280, which I believe is less than what we received from 14. We've been able to maintain our 3-star little streak here. Hopefully we can keep that at least till 20. Again, I hear that 20 gets kind of difficult, but we'll see what happens. So, alright. Again, I want to try and make sure I'm using as least amount of units as possible so I'm conserving the most amount of credits. Because I know I'm going to be using pretty much full base, full army comps when I'm in those repeatable missions. And I imagine we're probably going to have repeatable missions. If we don't, I'd be kind of disappointed, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to deploy him here. And do some little bit of Stormtrooper fluff. Deploy at least some of these here up in the top shelf, and then as well as drop some Dark Troopers down here, and then drop Stormtroopers as support. So again, I said that this is going to be my main attack point, is down here. But at the same time, I want to keep these units preoccupied. So as you can see there, drop this here, one for him, and then I want to use him as well. Use 2 for him. So then once these shields get popped, which they will be pretty quickly, we're going to drop him here and him in the corner. So you're going to just see that these guys are going to get moved in really fast. Didn't have to use all my troops. I probably could have done with a little bit less. I just wanted to be sure that we got those turrets down. I wasn't sure exactly how strong they were going to be. But as you can see, it's just MTV7's going in there and clearing out the resources pretty quickly. It leaves more room for my troops to be able just to handle the turrets. So definitely did not need to use that many. Probably could have done 2 stormtroopers per turret, and then at least 1, maybe 2 dark troopers on each turret. And it would have been just fine. Probably 1 on each turret would have been just fine. So either way, 280 points, 4,500, 4,500. So again, it's not so much a concern of trying to win at this level, because I'm going to win. My units are too strong. But it's more a matter of trying to conserve the credits. You can see right now I have 292,000. I've been pretty good about conserving my credits so far, but I want to make sure that I have enough so that I can spam these, because there's quite a few units I want to upgrade. I'm probably going to be doing this as many times as possible until the end of the game series, because I want to get a bunch of temporary unlocks of the Vader unit. So we're going to go ahead and take another survey of the base. So 1,960. The next mission should definitely give me enough points to get Shock Trooper level 2. Still level 5, 280 points, and it's going to be another attack base. We're in level 16 now. Okay, 4,500. Now we're seeing burst turrets, so those are going to be kind of annoying. It's going to make Dark Troopers a little bit less effective. You get these really high, I think these are level 6s right here in the middle. There's 2 level 6, or actually those might be level 5. I believe the other units are level 4, and the 2 in the middle, the 2 burst turrets, those are level 5. You can tell because you can compare that to this over here by the mortar, next to all the resources. That's a burst turret, and that is definitely level 4. So I believe also these rapid fire turrets are level 5. This is when it starts to kind of beef up a little bit in the defense. Not bad still though, it should be pretty easy. Still going to probably go with the same comp, except for I'm going to deploy my AT-AT probably out here by the pads. So this way it's a little more easier to kind of reach out and hit these 2. And then I'm going to do a nice little Dark Trooper barrage here with... Actually, I might even... No, I'm going to deploy down here, because I'm going to push up through here. It's going to be the hardest route, but I also, if I use my Dark Troopers effectively, it should be the strongest route. I'm going to use my UMHC, and it's going to knock out a lot of these guys here. And then I'm going to follow this up here with Dark Troopers and Stormtroopers. I'm really not going to gear too much towards these guys, because again, I'm not worried about these 3 turrets. Mortars are kind of a joke. Again, it's not really my biggest concern. I'm probably use MTV7 to knock out those resources so I get my stormtroopers on those turrets right away. That's kind of the game plan. So, and then out here, I'll probably take, maybe a Dark Trooper and 2 Stormtroopers to knock it out. So, yep, that's going to be the idea. So, as you guys can see, that's going to be the attack plan. So a lot of my attacks, they're designed with the idea of maximizing the most amount of time. So, or maximizing the attack within the best amount of time. So that's what I'm mostly going for, is making sure that my attack gets done well within the time, as well as with the cheapest amount of units as possible. So that's mostly what I'm going to be going for in these videos, is just kind of showing you guys that there's ways to do this in a very effective and fast way. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'm going to be wrapping up episode number 3, and we will be carrying on in episode number 4. We'll be going forward from here, and that will be mission 16 through 20. So we'll see you guys then.